skin and bones. He's got dementia. He's sort of in the moment, but sort of not. So one of my brothers accompanied him. You know, my one brother took him to the airport, got him on the plane. They had to switch planes, airport. They had to switch during that day of travel, yes. Yeah, he traveled it.
So we're good whenever you are.
It's a lot of fun. We just drink, eat.
But where does he live? Here?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. There's a very exclusive retirement home, old folk, all certified high-rise. And he has a 2-bedroom apartment, brand new.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Cincinnati. My name's Nick. I'm the technical director here, which means that I build sets and do cool technical things like running the live stream tonight, but I don't know the words so good. So we're going to get through this curtain speech together. I want to thank you for coming out to play with us tonight. Cincinnati's Theatrical Playground. Thank you for coming out tonight for the first of 2 binge watches. So if you probably know, tonight's show debuted last year as part of our episodic theater program called Serials, which brings new plays to the stage in 15-minute episodes every other Monday here in the Underground. The audience loved this show and voted to keep bringing it back week after week last winter. So now you guys get the chance to see it all in one shot, no chasers, without those pesky weekly hiatuses. Please take this moment to turn off any cell phones or any other noise-making electronic devices. Don't be the person whose phone goes off during the show, that's the worst. While you do that, we'd like to take a moment to thank No Theater season sponsors, the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, the Ohio Arts Council, the Carol Ann and Ralph A. Hale Jr. U.S. Bank Foundation, the incomparable David C. Harriman, and the thousands of individuals and organizations who give annually to the Arts Based Community Campaign. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Here to know we do so much theater. First up, tomorrow afternoon, you can catch the other BingeWatch production, Spaceborne 2000, a crowdsourced musical by Robert Mackey and James Allen, which, despite the title, is indeed PG-13. Then, from September 6th to 10th, we're welcoming back our friends from OTR Improv with their 4th annual National Improv Comedy Festival, If Cincy. Tickets and passes are on sale now, and our main stage season continues September 22nd with the National New Play Network Rolling World premiere of Jacqueline Goldfinger's The Arsonists, starring Aaron Ward and Cincy newcomer Jim Stark. Find out all about this and more on our website, notheater.com, and our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. One more thought before we get this party started. Your words speak louder than any marketing campaign we could ever come up with. So if you love this community and the work we do here at No, please share it with your friends. We are your theatrical playground, so let's play. Welcome to the Serials Binge Watch, Ben Dudley's Retention of Disbelief. Enjoy!
The guy that plays the killer goes to that dental colloquium I was telling you about.
What?
Offstage, David is the owner of David Herbert Dentistry, and this year will be the keynote lecturer at DentistCon. He's glad for the opportunity to be on stage again and would one day love to have a wife. That's kind of sad, isn't it?
He's a dentist?
Yeah. You know, I should talk to him after the show, see if I can get in his good graces before DentistCon applications go live.
Cool.
Why is it bothering me so much that he's a dentist? No one else seems to care. They all got the same program. They all looked in there and saw that he's a dentist. Or that she's been in 5 other plays here this year as other characters. The theater made a little pamphlet basically reveling in the fact that everything going on is a lie. We all took one, said thank you, read it, and now they're all fine just sitting here and pretending like we're in a police station. I mean, what interrogation room has 3 walls and 80 seats?
Is this... Are you into this?
I mean, yeah, it just started, but yeah, I like this director.
Doesn't it bother you that we just read that this guy gives dentist talks, and we're supposed to believe that he literally killed the guy and then wore his skin?
What are you talking about?
There, he just said he's never been to school. If he's a dentist, he's been to school.
I don't get this. You understand how plays work, Alex. It's a character. He's an actor.
I know, but it's like they're flaunting it. I'm having trouble immersing myself. Like there, the cop cops are having a hushed conversation, but they're having it loud enough that the killer would totally hear.
I think it's good. They're convincing.
Shh.
Just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Don't think about seeing that actor at the grocery store a few weeks ago buying toilet paper. Don't think about him dying on stage 6 months ago as a totally different person. Don't think about that fucking exit sign I can see out the corner of my eye with a person a few rows over coughing so hard the actors had to hesitate on a couple of lines. This is real. This is a real story. Those are real people. He's a killer, not a dentist. No one up there is anything other than what they are. 2 cops and a killer in an interrogation room.
Super mature, Alex.
What?
Oh, you don't like it, so you slump and mope like a little kid? You can't even feign interest?
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I had trouble getting into it. I wanted to feign interest.
Okay. I'm gonna go try to talk to the dentist, who was great.
Okay, great. I hope it goes well.
I didn't mean to be a dick.
You don't mean to be one.
I hate upsetting you. I do. I'm sorry if I do it by accident.
I don't know what to say to that.
I love you.
That's not fair to say that.
Alex, what are you doing?
I just couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd read a little.
Are you eating?
Yeah?
Okay.
Should I not?
If you're hungry, eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay. Don't fall asleep on the couch again.
I won't. I'm just gonna read a little bit.
Zipline to Morocco, a David Slicer adventure.
Oh my god, why do I love this shit?
With skill, David screwed the hook onto the anchor and loaded it into the launcher. He took aim and fired. The hook sliced through the air silently, sailing past any obstruction until it found purchase in the one open window on the Moroccan border.
Okay, so this guy can shoot a tiny grappling hook through a small hole from another country, but why? Because the narrator said, with skill. I've read almost all of these guys' books, and I was impressed. Like, he writes, David Slicer is a person. He did this impressive thing, and I was impressed. And who said with skill, anyway? Like, who relayed this information? Was he there? Who am I supposed to believe typed this?
Honey, come back to bed. Please.
I just can't sleep. Just one more chapter. He's about to do the zip line.
The quiet night was interrupted by gunfire. Bang, 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 bang!
Bang, 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 bang. Those are just words pretending to be sounds. Ono something.
Onomatopoeia.
See, I still get dictionaries.
Alex, wake up. It's 7:30. Alex, it's 7:30.
You fell asleep on the couch.
What? Yeah. My mouth tastes terrible.
We need to get you a living room toothbrush.
What time is it?
7:30. Honey, if you're gonna fall asleep on the couch, can you put down a sheet?
I didn't mean to fall asleep.
Your body at night, it sweats and you drool. Just put down a sheet.
I didn't mean... Yeah. Okay. This is a really nice couch. I'll put down a sheet next time. Why do you do that?
So you know what it sounds like. It's really gross, Alex.
Wait. I love you.
I love you too.
I won't fall asleep on the couch anymore.
Just put down the sheet.
I love you.
I love you too. Now go take a shower, Mr. DiCaprio.
Why am I Mr. DiCaprio?
He's romantic, with the hand on the car window, with the steam, and drawing her naked.
Oh, yeah, okay. I guess he's romantic in that movie. Come to think of it, not always. He's kind of all over the place. Charming some hearts, eating others. And that's what drove me crazy about this play the other night. I mean, I love plays.
Oh, wow. Cool. You're so cultured.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, all I could think about was they're actors on stage. They're actors, and I couldn't stop thinking about that.
The actors were actors. Yeah, that's common in plays.
You know, I followed along with millions of plays, and I love them, but all of a sudden I couldn't stop thinking that it was a story. And I could just stand up, throw down my white Zinfandel, and they'd be actors, and not cops in an interrogation room, you know? It's like we were all on the honor system, just agreeing not to mess with each other's suspensions of disbelief.
I don't think you're on the honor system, Alex. You need honor for that.
Thanks. But I tried to read last night, and it was the same thing. It was just ink on a page. Nothing in that book happened outside of this vague picture I had in my mind. It was like, who cares about a spy who's never spied, or existed for that matter? He's just there in paragraph form, in Times New Roman, able to do whatever the author types. I mean, Robert Stevens, which could be a pseudonym for any number of ghostwriters, could write David Slicer.
Congratulations, you get how reading works.
Yeah, but what if it stays like this, Katie?
You keep overanalyzing everything.
I was driving to work 20 minutes ago, and I heard that song, Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp.
Who?
Oh, you don't know John Mellencamp? Maybe you know him as John Cougar.
I don't.
The other option would be knowing him as John Cougar Mellencamp. How can you not know John Mellencamp?
There are a lot of things in the world to know. You're a fair amount older than I am. Besides, look deep in your soul. How important is it that I know who John Mellencamp is?
That's a fair point. But that song, it's about young lovers, life in the rural South. It's a great song, great story. But I couldn't help thinking
The
that...
whole time, I can't stop thinking that John Mellencamp just made it up and wrote down the lyrics. And it's not really his voice, it's actually just an amplified recording of his voice. And how in real life, things don't rhyme, but they do when he says it. And why are we all just sitting around talking about it like it's a real story?
Yes.
Okay, so fiction doesn't work for you anymore. And you're concerned, why? You don't read very much, and most TV's all reality shows. I mean, why do you need a distraction from your life anyway? You've got a nice house, good job, comfy couch. The boss doesn't care if you spend extended periods of time in the office with the door locked. Is it your wife? There's nothing there. You guys haven't loved each other in years, right? Right? Why are you so hung up on this?
I don't know, it's overpowering. I can't get it out of my head.
Well, take your mind off it.
How? Oh yeah, sex. Oh hey, when I got us coffee earlier, do you remember me locking the door?
I don't know.
Hey Alex, can you get me those? Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any patients today. Jack and I are just meeting up to finish our applications. If we get done early, do you want to grab a late lunch, early dinner? What is that? Supper? Is that what supper's called? I don't know. Why do we need to put a label on it anyway? Let's just eat together in the afternoon. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds great.
You think you can get off work?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, let's go to the vineyard.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm bad with vineyard names. The grape one.
Haven't been there in forever. Why have you been so sweet this week?
Must be that extra sugar from that baked Alaska you made. I'm parked behind you. I'll go first.
Bye, Alex. Hello? Hey, Jack. I was just about to head to the office. Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess it would save us a lot of gas to just meet here. Kind of a mess, but sure. Oh, I was going to get a coffee. Do you want one? Okay. What do you want? So a latte. No, that's a latte. Jack, I'm not going to tell them an Americano with steamed milk instead of water. That's a latte. Yeah, okay. I shall only be gone about 10 minutes, so I'll leave the door unlocked and you can just let yourself in if I'm not back. Okay, see ya.
Can't just sit here all day.
David dropped the grappling hook and ran toward the swiftly closing door. At the last second, he leapt through the door and it slammed shut, millimeters away from crushing him.
Yeah, still not doing it. Katie, I don't think you should be calling me. No, I'm not abandoning you. I just think that we need to cool things off for a little. If you're having a hard time finding a job, I can loan you money. Okay, listen. Do you think I'm having a good time? I'm sitting here alone in an empty house. But I'm not. Katie, listen. I cannot see you today. Katie, listen. Write a letter.
Diane, it's Alex. Well, this isn't Alex, this is a note, but I'm writing it. I love you. So much. Please, never think I don't. Something bad happened at work.
No.
Something unfortunate happened at work. I was fired. Aggressively laid off. I haven't known how to tell you. I'm sorry I haven't said anything. I'm ashamed of what happened. I'm so scared of how you'll react. Katie and I were in my office. I'm really thirsty. I should get something to drink.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Alex. How's it going?
It's all right. What's up?
You really surprised me. I was just meeting Diane here to finish up our applications.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, how about you?
No, I'm not applying to any conventions.
No, I mean, like, why are you home? You're still at the firm, right?
Oh, I wasn't feeling well, so I came home.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, you want to lay down on the couch?
No, that's all right. So you and Diane work here often?
Yeah, not all too often, but you know, it's closer to my place than the office, so if we don't need to go in, it's kind of nice to meet here.
You've done it before?
Oh yeah, we've done it. I've met here before. Listen, if you don't feel good, I would feel weird sitting with you standing. Come on, it's a nice couch.
You want a drink or something?
Oh, that's okay. Diane's getting me an Americano. Hey, listen, you been saying you don't like plays anymore? Like, you can't get into them?
Oh, I don't know about that. It was just that one.
You want to hear a crazy story? So my uncle used to do improvisational comedy. And there was like the first 10 minutes of the show, he has a heart attack and dies on stage. And his troupe, I mean, they just think it's a bit, so they're all like, yes, and they start using it as a prop for like 45 minutes. And now I can't enjoy live performances. I mean, the whole time I'm sitting here like, how's everybody doing up there? Is that guy alive?
I'm sorry about your uncle. It's not just performances, it's really anything that's made up. I have a hard time getting into anything I know that is fabricated. If a story's made up, I think about who made it, how it was made, but I can't step into that world. I can't enjoy the satisfaction of believing a story.
Diane filled me in, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You start asking questions about something, and you go down that whole rabbit hole.
He's volunteering a lot of information. How much did she tell him? Does he seem guilty? Am I imagining that? Does he have a key?
Do you have a key?
Oh, no, Diane knew I was almost here, so she left the door open. Anyway, I first noticed it with the Muppets.
Diane and Jack have worked together a long time, like years. But I barely talked to him. Is that weird? It seems weird that he can walk into the house, but I barely talk to him. What am I thinking? Would Diane do that? My God, what if she is? It makes sense, right? She's sleeping with Jack.
And that was the keystone to my entire theory, was the Muppet Babies. Because in the Muppet Babies, they're not puppets. You know, they walk around freely. But then in the Muppet Show, when they're adults, they are puppets. So, I mean, what is the implication there? Were they raised in captivity until a certain age, and then they were slaughtered and turned into puppets? Or did the puppeteer arms slowly grow inside them and come in like wisdom teeth? I can never watch a show without that really bothering me.
And that's the same thing I'm going through?
Oh yeah. You know, I was missing the point. I was hung up on the wrong stuff. Hey, that's my point exactly. I was focusing on the bullshit, and I wasn't getting anything I needed to enjoy the show. You know, I just put my head down and kept going forward, trying to make the show work the way I've been trying. But the minute I stopped trying to put my story on there, and I just accepted the reality of the show, it was great. Have you seen the Muppet Show? It's really funny. There's these two guys in the audience, though, that are always interrupting, always being incredibly rude. I don't know why they're not asked to leave.
How's Annie?
Annie? Yeah, she's good.
You two should come over for dinner sometime.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Everything going great with you two?
Yeah.
Good. Listen, I'm gonna go upstairs, lay down, try to feel better.
I hope that helps.
Listen, Jack, I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable with someone else being in the house when we're not here.
Oh, no, Diane told me to.
I know, it's just that it's my house too, so it's not just her decision. No offense, nothing personal.
Right.
It's just that if I'm gonna go upstairs and lay down, maybe you should head out.
Honey, what are you doing here?
I wasn't feeling very good. You and Jack working together here?
We were gonna finish our
Diane, you and Jack working together here?
We're finishing our applications. Our place is close to Jack's, saves a trip in. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page.
No, I meant what's wrong, like how are you sick?
No.
You need to say something, quickly. Make up a story. Just a couple of ideas strung together. She'll believe it.
Honey?
Don't feel good!
I'm sorry, do you want to lay down? We can do this at the coffee shop if you want to sleep. Oh, by the way, Jack, the barista agreed with my definition of a latte.
I think I might just go upstairs. Lay down for a little bit.
Okay, feel better. Let me know if you need anything.
How did it start? Right away? She hired him. Maybe that was part of it. When did she hire him? 2013, right? Early 2013. We were fine then, weren't we? Or maybe it started even before that, and that's why she hired him. Wait, what is this based on? Would she? What would drive her to do that?
You okay, Alex?
What drove you to do it, Alex?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just wondering whether or not I should go upstairs upstairs and lie down, because then I'll be up all night.
And you'll sleep on the couch.
On accident. No, I'm sorry, I'm being distracting. I'm just gonna go upstairs and read a little bit. Please, don't mind me.
David Slicer threw a handful of nanorobots into McTeague's screaming mouth. The men coughed as they entered his horrible esophagus. Look at them. Of course they're sleeping together. What is she getting from me? We go weeks without intimacy. We barely talk for days at a time. I sleep on the couch all the time and still act like it's an accident instead of discussing it with the person I married. Why would she be happy with me? They worked late one night. No. They worked here one day when I was gone. Their knees touched at the couch like they're about to right now. Faces touch, lips. She feels something for the first time in a long time. Oh, they're not even trying to hide it. Look at them. As the machines took over McTeague's brain functions, Slicer knew they'd have to work quickly. Their knees are so close. It's killing them that I'm here. They want to be together so badly. How have I never noticed this? It's so clear. It's so clear. Come on, it's clear. They worked here one day when you weren't here. Their knees touched. They kissed. They love each other. They love each other. She's as unhappy as you. She's found someone else too. Believe it, Alex. Believe it.
Something's wrong, Alex. What's up?
Should I go?
No. Tell me what's wrong. Oh, you expecting anyone?
No?
I'm so sorry, Jack. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay.
I'll be right back.
Diane, it's Alex. I love you so much. Please never think I don't. Something unfortunate happened at work. I was aggressively laid off. I haven't known how to tell you. I'm so sorry I haven't said anything. I'm ashamed. Katie and I were in my office.
Sit down, Katie. I'll get you a glass of water.
It's okay, I don't need a glass of water.
Well, why? Water's so good.
Should I go?
Yes.
No. Maybe. Katie works with Alex. She says she's been fired and Nick's been crying. Alex, you've known her a long time. You can vouch for her with Brentman, right?
Yeah, maybe, but I would have to know a little bit more about why she got fired.
Why did you say that? Honestly, why did you say that?
I mean, yeah, of course, I'll help.
I hate you so much, Alex.
I'll just go get that water just in case.
So Katie, what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, Katie, did it happen today? Did it just happen?
There's no way this amount of eye contact is a good thing.
Yeah, just this morning, after 4 years, they're like, your conduct is no longer fitting with company policies and your, what was that phrase they used?
Questionable ethics.
Right. My questionable ethics made it impossible for me to remain in my position.
Questionable ethics.
It's bullshit.
Oh, right, I know, for sure. It's a shame you weren't there today, Alex.
Yeah, that's why I came over. Alex always has my back, so I just wanted to make sure that Alex still has my back.
Yeah, I still have your back, Katie. I just don't know what I can do to help.
Well, you still have your job there. They don't think your ethics are...
Questionable.
Right. Your ethics are pristine. They'll listen to you.
Ooh, I made a whole picture. All that water talk about me craving some. Katie, I am so sorry you got fired.
It's okay. I'm just still processing.
You know, I just can't believe it. I only ever hear good things about you. You know, you're always willing to stay late and help Alex finish. You don't mind because he drags you along on business trips.
Why did she stop talking there? That was so abrupt. That's bad. Why is she still not talking? She's looking at you. Nobody is talking. Why is nobody talking?
We have Pictionary! If you wanted to, I don't know what you're doing after.
I could probably play Pictionary.
I'll go get it.
No, we are not. We don't even have Pictionary. We bought it at the thrift store, and it sat on the shelf for forever, and when we finally opened it, it was filled with pubes.
Oh yes, the last game night. How is Annie?
Since the last time you asked, I assume she has remained good.
I thought you said great last time.
If I recall, I said that she was good and that we, meaning she and I, were great.
How long you two been together?
Oh, we're coming up on the big 03 pretty soon.
You got any big plans?
You know, Alex, maybe we should be focusing on the crying woman who showed up at your door, don't you think?
It's okay.
That's right, she showed up at the door and she rang the doorbell, which was refreshing.
Tell us exactly what happened. We'll figure this out. I mean, he's a lawyer. You're almost a lawyer. We're both doctors. We can figure this out. I mean, they can't just fire you.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just let me get a drink of water first.
You know, Diane, I know we both have our doctorates in dental medicine, so we are technically doctors.
Yeah.
It's just, you refer to us as doctors all the time.
We're doctors.
Technically, yeah.
What is your issue with being a dentist? We're doctors, just for a specific area.
It's a connotation, a certain way you say it where it makes it seem like we're regular doctors.
Oh my God, they even bicker like a couple. No, this is the wrong thing to fixate on right now. Katie's about to destroy me, and I totally deserve it. And I just can't step forward and say it myself. I'm so weak. Just sitting here as she downs that water like I can't even do figurative language. Drinks the water like a thirsty mistress. Wow.
Thanks for the water, Diane. I was parched.
Well, the first step to fixing any problem is a glass of water. And that's a prescription I'll always write. They should call me Dr. Water. MD.
MD?
You seem like a really nice lady.
Oh, thanks. I like to think so.
How do I seem?
Still trying to figure that one out. So, what happened at work?
I slept with one of my bosses.
Oh, wow. Who was it?
It doesn't matter. He might not even get in trouble. Isn't that stupid? I take the fall for what happens with us, and he just gets to keep on living his life like it never happened.
That's awful. I'm sorry. Isn't there anyone, I mean, a higher up or someone you could talk to? Alex, who can you put her in touch with?
I mean, I could maybe talk to Brentman about it sometime this week. He'd be interested, I think, maybe.
Really reassuring, Alex.
I mean, yes, I'll absolutely help.
There are 5 or 6 different reasons why I can never do what I just said I'd do.
Hey, why don't you call right now?
What?
While the iron's still hot and malleable. You know, call the office, get her boss, see if you can change his mind.
What are you?
That's not a terrible idea. What do you think, Katie?
Maybe I should do it in person.
Phone's fine.
Hello?
Yeah, listen, I know what happened, okay? I know exactly what happened with Katie Hendricks, and I just wanted to ask you if you would mind if everyone knew about your involvement in it. Would that bother you?
Sir, this is a Denny's.
Katie Hendricks is one of the best employees this firm has ever had. No one in that firm has a shred of loyalty, and that's a given. Katie is truly loyal and dedicated, and I mean that. It's not her fault that she's surrounded by monsters.
Okay. It's not her fault. I'm gonna hang up now.
Didn't say a word, just hung up. Couldn't handle the truth.
I think you did the right thing.
And I think a second call would send a message.
One call's fine. I wouldn't want Alex to make them too angry. He might end up like me.
Oh my God! What if I lost my job? Katie, I defend your honor every day, but what if I got fired?
I'm sure you still have your job.
I thought you said they didn't say a word.
They didn't need to. I could hear them frowning. Oh, what if I lose my job?
You know what? I'll be right back.
I'm gonna see if he needs help. What you doing? Need help?
I was gonna make a phone call.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
You're a weird guy, Jack.
And you can't process fiction. We all have our things. Can I make my phone call?
Yeah, I just wanna grab something really quick.
I think it's really great that you trust Alex enough to come to him with this. We'll have to see how they choose to react to the phone call, but I'm glad that we could maybe help.
Thanks.
I feel really bad. For a second I thought, I don't know, I thought maybe there was something going on with you and Alex. I know, I'm sorry. I let my imagination,
You know, I think I have to say something.
Jack, let's do this another day.
No, there's something big going on here and nobody's talking about it.
You know, I think there is, Jack, but I don't think it's your call to address it. You know what, guys? Let's call it a day. What do you think? Jack, you and I will fill these out individually. You send me yours, I'll email them in. Yes? Katie, I am so sorry you got fired. You know, I can't say sleeping with your boss was a great idea, but for you to get fired and not him, awful. But we've done what we can do for now, so why don't you give us a call if you hear anything? Yes, we'll do the same.
Thanks for the kind words, Alex. I'm loyal.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you out.
Hey, Alex.
Hi.
I'm not stupid.
What?
I can see something's wrong, something's bothering you. I mean, I see the way you were looking at me and Jack. Not that you haven't been acting weird for a long time. I see the way you were watching us.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is there something you want to say?
What?
Is there something you want me to say? I'll say it.
Understand.
You're not stupid, Alex. You can see it. I mean, maybe I didn't want to hide it. Maybe I wanted you to understand what's happened to us.
So, you and Jack?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Alex. Say something.
Oh.
I can't. I have to go for a drive. I'm sorry. Oh, a hat.
Yeah, I figured if I wasn't going to work, I could try something a little more around the housey.
It's cute.
Thanks.
I'm heading into work, but I should get done a little early. Do you want to do tacos before we go to the counselor?
I love tacos.
I know. I love you.
Love you too.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
How did I get here? That's a song, right? You may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, how is it so weird to live with no fiction? No movies, no TV, no music even. All fake. And now I have to make a list anytime I think of something I might be able to enjoy.
Dunkirk.
I love war movies. It's a true story. Could be worth a shot.
La La Land.
Nah. If they break into song, that's too fakey.
Moonlight.
Much better.
Seinfeld.
No. There's a laugh track. That's just a reminder it's fake every 8 seconds.
The Talking Heads. I think I could get into them. I used to love them in college.
That's my life. Sitting here every day, a sweet, forgiving husband looking for a job, while Diane bends over backwards to be sweet to me because she feels bad for cheating on me. And I still can't fucking watch an episode of Stranger Things without wondering if the mom is still friends with Beetlejuice. Everything's wrapped up, and I still can't step out of reality.
And you may ask yourself, how did I get here? Well, there's always depressed napping.
Wake up!
What?
Get up, we have to talk.
What are you doing in my house? I should call the police.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is trespassing a crime?
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. Oh, that's right. You aren't a lawyer anymore either.
Well, you got a lot of nerve. Sleeping with my wife and then breaking in here and
Okay.
assaulting.
I did not break in here. I found the key. It was in that clearly fake rock by the front door. You know the rock you look at and you're like, I bet there's a key in there. And for the record, I didn't sleep with Diane. I know that doesn't make it okay, but we just kissed and talked about our feelings.
Oh my. That's way worse.
Get out of my house.
I can't. I really can't, man. Everyone fucked up, but you fucked up the most, and you're the only one not suffering for it. I told Annie, and she blew up. We're in counseling. We have an appointment with Dr. Davis on our anniversary. How sad is that?
You're seeing Dr. Davis? We're seeing Dr. Davis.
She's good.
Isn't that a conflict of interest, her helping out with both sides of this? We saw her first, Jack.
We live in Casey, Illinois, Alex. There's 2 counselors in town. One doesn't even have a degree. He's just 84, so people think he's wise.
Old William is wise. Get out of my house.
You got fired long before that phone call. It said Katie and I were in my office, and then they cut out. But I mean, how many different things could that mean? You got fired when she got fired. For sex.
Get out of my house.
I thought you would have to admit it the other day. But somehow you weaseled out of it, and now Annie's barely talking to me. Diane won't work with me. She won't go to Dentist Con anymore. And for all I know, you're still screwing Katie.
Let me see your phone.
Why?
I bet you $100 you're recording this. You thought you'd be a little spy and record this. Let me see your phone.
I'm recording this for my safety. They should hit me with those hands.
For trespassing?
I'll turn it off.
Is that the new Android?
Yes.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's wonderful.
I love their products.
Me too. So I know you're too spineless to admit what you did.
Why are you pausing?
So you can confirm.
Yes, okay, fine. I'm spineless.
All right, now I'll stop recording. I'm gonna love listening to that. And I'm here to blackmail you.
To blackmail me?
Yep.
For what?
Money, I guess.
Do you not think this through?
Hey, shut up! This is my first blackmailing. I have information on you, and your wife would get mad if you knew it, so how does that sound?
Well, she cheated too, so it probably wouldn't be the end of the world. I'll tell her it was a short thing. She doesn't have to know how long it went on.
And now I can actually stop recording.
I have $70.
No, I need more than that.
Here, 2 more and you get a free one. That's got to be worth something.
$2,000.
No.
Come on. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to be the kind of person to blackmail someone anyway. Alright. I'm gonna tell her though.
I figured, get out of my house. Yeah, nerve on you. Coming in here, trying to steal my wife and assaulting me.
I don't know what kind of moral gymnastics you have to go through to feel like you have the high ground here, but if you feel like you've been wronged, maybe you don't have a problem with fiction. Maybe you like fiction just fine. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about giving a shit about your wife.
I do have a problem with fiction. Don't I? I can't read a book. I'm a 30-something-year-old man who can't read a book. Fiction is my enemy. It's not something I can process.
I'm not lying to myself. This is really happening. I'm trapped inside my own head.
I can't escape into a book, and I can't escape what's happening with my marriage. I want to love her, but don't. We don't work, and neither of us really wants it to work. That's not fiction. It's not. That's a fact.
I'm not lying to myself.
I'm me. Why would I lie to me? I love me. That's not a lie, is it? I like me at the very least, right? Come on. I like me.
Of course I don't like me. Diane likes me. She probably even loves me. Katie likes me, or liked me.
Why would somebody like me?
Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do I want my relationship to work? What did Alex say? Right, sorry, that would defeat the purpose of you talking to us separately. Can you give me a range? No? I'm paying you, this is my entire life here, and you can't tell me if my husband hates me? I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I get nervous, I kid when I get nervous. It's just so weird putting a number on it. I 6 out of 10 want my marriage to work. That's not my answer. I just... The hardest thing in talking about this to you, or Alex, especially Alex, is saying that I do want my marriage to work. Because I do. But I cheated on him, so how do I want it to work, you know? It's like after a while, things just become a given. It's a given that he'll be there next to me at night, and it's a given that we eat dinner together, and it's a given that we love each other. So you just don't think about those things. And then you start eating at different times in different rooms, and you stop saying the words, I love. After a while, it's no longer a given, but you have this story in your head, this fiction that you're living. I mean, we got married 8 years ago. We bought a house together 3 years ago. He's doing great at work. I am a doctor, for Christ's sake! Things are moving forward and progressing and building, so you overlook any plot holes. I mean, what are they building to? Oh, shh, don't question it. The author knows what they're doing. Stories are so deeply ingrained in us. I mean, every cartoon we grow up on, every novel that we read, every commercial, it has a beginning, middle, end, and a build. And now we are hardwired to find those stories and to follow along, and the absolute emptiness you feel when your story is going a certain way, and for all intents and purposes, it is going a certain way, and you don't feel a thing about it that you're supposed to. That is the worst feeling in the world. And then the guy you work with all the time and talk to all the time makes eye contact with you when your husband barely does. And suddenly that emptiness is a little less absolute. So you make a bad decision. You make a really bad decision. So my number that I want my marriage to work, it's a 10. I made a bad decision, and I want to fix it, and my marriage. You know, a 9 at least. The story of our marriage is a good one. It needs a happy ending. 9, 10, it has to work.
Nice teeth. Knows exactly what to say with that voice. You ask him for advice, and no matter what he says, even if it's not what you want to hear, you're still okay hearing it because it has this confidence in it, like this earned confidence. You look at him, you look at his life, and you're like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing, so whatever he says, I can trust. I can just let down my barriers and follow along. You get lost in this reality that he creates, and it's really comforting. So when the really confident, successful guy is crying at his desk one night at work and says that he feels totally alone and he hasn't felt anything in years, it shakes you so much. Because he had this reality that I was living in, and all of a sudden it changed, but I was still there. And that night, it was just the two of us together in that reality, and suddenly I wanted so badly for him to feel something. I wanted that confident guy reality to come back because I understand it, because it was comforting. And when we kissed, he stopped crying, and when he touched me, it was confident. I'm sorry, it's just a really powerful feeling to feel like you're helping this person who seems so beyond needing help. It was almost like I was making more sense of my world by making his world more stable, but I wasn't making his more stable. It just felt that way on the surface, and that's why I say he has a surface level. The more you become a part of his world, the less he cares about maintaining that comfortable surface level. You talk to him, and he nods, and he responds with that fucking voice, but you see it in his eyes that he actually calculated the exact amount he needed to respond, and not a tiny bit more. The more you become a part of his world, the more it just becomes about maintaining his world. He was sad. He thought his marriage wasn't working. We started seeing each other, and that was all he needed, so we wasn't going to go a step beyond that. And the more I tell you about this, and the more I talk about it, the more used I feel. It's hilarious that I thought being with Alex was going to make my life more stable. He invented the void in his life. There was no way I was going to fill it. I'm just sorry it went on for so long, Diane. It's really easy to lose yourself in a story.
I'll drop out here to find a space.
Sounds good.
Therapy's been good. It's been good. Are you feeling good?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll see you in a minute.
Hi, Dr. Davis. Hi, Diane. You know, I'm a doctor, too.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Because it's always just Diane.
You're right. From now on,
I'll call you Dr. Diane. Would you like that?
A little.
Thanks for bringing that up. I can tell it's important to you.
Dr. Davis? Everybody?
Now, when can we expect Alex? Oh, there's never any parking here. It'll be a minute.
Okay. Well, I just want to check in with everyone here before we get started. Now, does anyone here hate Alex?
Does anyone here hold what he's done against him? Honestly.
Well, yeah.
He's just not a good person.
I've only met him once, but he sucks.
Okay, yes, and that's okay. It's all right that you're upset with him.
He's been self-destructive for a long time, and there's some collateral damage. But the important question is, will you always hold what he's done against him? He'll be more willing to change if he knows that you're willing to change the way that you see him.
I guess not.
If it puts all this to bed, I will do whatever.
Oh, should I be answering these? I'm only here because you said we needed to get everybody involved together for this.
That's absolutely true, and that's why I wanted to make sure that everyone was willing to do whatever it takes to help Alex, because there's someone else who needs to be here, and I wanted to make sure that everyone is okay with her being here. Hey. Now, Diane, you and Katie
represent two different worlds to Alex, and if this intervention is going to work, he needs to see that he's done irreparable damage to both of you.
It's fine. Katie and I had a long talk. We understand one another. I bear her no ill will. But would it be all right if she didn't sit next to me?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Jack, why don't you sit next to Dr. Diane?
No, Jack.
Well, I would sit next to you.
Wouldn't that get confusing? Two doctors sitting right next to each other.
I can just sit next to you.
No, this chair is for Alex. He needs to sit up here so that he can see everyone who wants to help him. Plus, criticism works best when you receive it facing north, so this will help.
You swear you have a degree?
Yes, I told you I lost it when I moved. Did everyone bring their letters to read to Alex?
Oh, you were serious about that?
Is that an email?
I didn't have time to do it.
Sorry.
Seriously? I'm the only one. I've met him one time, and I'm the only one who wrote him a letter.
Oh, what does it say?
I couldn't think of much, so I just wrote him a poem about hurting and fighting through it.
Okay, we just won't do letters. Let me see that, dear.
What if he runs? What if, when he comes in here and sees all of us, he could run?
Do you think he'd run?
He might.
Okay. I have some mace in my office. I will spray him in.
Can you tell us the name of the college you went to?
California University.
I've heard of that place. Why have I heard of that place?
Oh, I hear footsteps. He's coming. Everyone be ready to support. That's what this is all about.
I know.
Support.
It's not exactly helping our situation that we have to pay so much for 1 hour twice a week, especially considering neither of us really wants this to work.
Hi, Alex. I've got 5 people here who really care about you, and they're afraid they're losing you. They want to say a few things to you.
I can outrun any of these people.
Please come sit next to me, Alex.
Now, Alex, do you know what an intervention is?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's when someone messed up really bad, so everyone gets together to pressure them into not messing up anymore.
Oh, yes, that's what I thought. I knew that already.
Everyone get one, or is this specifically for you? I'll pay you double if Jack leaves. Hold on.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Like it or not, our lives are joined by some pretty shitty circumstances right now, and they're just going to keep getting worse until we address them. I was an idiot. Diane made a mistake. Katie invested everything in you and lost. And Annie is...
Mad at you for cheating.
Right, yes. You've affected everybody here, and it just all traces back to you.
You've changed so much, Alex, and it's made you so far away from all of us.
This is terrible. They're all unhappy, and they're justifying it by saying that everything is my fault.
Jack tried to blackmail me.
Now, we discussed this in one of our sessions. He's disgusted that he did that.
That's not me, man. Is anybody else weirded out that Katie's here?
I've been seeing Dr. Davis for the past few weeks. She called me after having sessions with all of you. She helped me realize some stuff, and I'd like to help you.
And I want to help you too.
What do you want, Diane?
To help you. What do you say, Alex? Are you willing to talk to us? Are you ready to admit what's been going on?
What? Admit to what?
It's important that you recognize and embrace the fact that you have a large number of sociopathic tendencies, with increasingly recurring instances of extreme narcissism.
Excuse me?
It's okay. They're both things you can address. You know, you can work on them.
Excuse me? I'm being interventioned so you can call me a psychopath?
Sociopath.
What's the difference?
I do not know. I will make a note of that.
Oh, I know where I've heard of California University. It's from Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Yes, I was in some of Zach's classes. both ways, bitch.
So this is the first I'm hearing of you being a...
Sociopath.
Yeah.
The fact is, Alex, and you can't deny this, everyone you surround yourself with is suffering.
I can't believe they think I'm withdrawn from everyone. I've never been more present. I can't watch TV or anything anymore, so all I am is present. In the moment. I have no choice but to engage with the people around me.
Can you at least do that for us?
One more time on what that is.
Admit that you don't love me anymore.
What the hell?
Babe,
Let's not do the babe stuff. Look, I know I started it, but it got really out of control.
I love you. You love me.
No, neither is true. Come on.
Well, what are we doing here then?
I told you we're here to help you.
How long have you not loved me?
That's not important right now. What is
This is my life! How's your phone?
I'm just really not supposed to be here, okay? I promise I am just here for Jack.
Oh, thanks, babe.
I don't want us to say babe anymore.
Got it. Sport.
Alex, I know that you think this is all somehow related to your difficulties with processing fiction. I mean, you feel that just turned on like a switch, and somehow that's made everything fall apart around you.
It's difficult to connect when you find it impossible to disconnect.
You only disconnect.
That makes no sense. I own it.
Hey, come back. Stand up right in the middle here. Alex, this is an exercise where we are all going to talk to you now, and when someone talks to you, I want you to turn and face them and listen.
What's
Not
the
just
point?
here. Prove to me you can do it, and then I'll tell you what the point is. Katie, I want you to stand up, and I want you to tell Alex exactly how he's changed in the last year. Alex, I want you to hear what she has to say, and then I want you to tell us why she's saying it. Katie.
It took me a while to realize it, but you don't have conversations anymore. I miss talking to you before everything happened. It wasn't so hollow. It was like you were actually interested. Alex?
Okay, I'm not entertaining this at all further. And honestly, if Diane doesn't want it to work, I don't see a point in being here.
You will never have an opportunity like this again. 5 people offering to combine their efforts to help you stop sucking.
I'm not paying for this session.
You are. I have your credit card information. You will be charged.
Fine, okay, whatever. Goodbye.
I hate to say it. I really hate to say this, but I need your forgiveness. I wronged you, and I betrayed you, even if I don't know you very well. So I can't let you leave until you forgive me. That's when I can start to forgive you.
No to all of that.
You can hit me once. You can hit me once. I disrespected your marriage, and I tried to blackmail you, and for some reason you just kind of find me annoying overall, so you can hit me. But once you do, you have to stay and really talk. I want to know why you hate me so much.
Well, I think that's pretty self-evident.
No, before all this, why have you always hated me?
Insecurity.
Thanks. Thanks. You saw the worst of me when I was at your place, both times. I'm not a bad person. That's why I need you to forgive me, so we can start over. I'm not a bad person, man. I can't just forget what I did to you.
This is all a show. He tried to blackmail you. He's a schemer. He's still just turning them against
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah?
I forgive you. I was in a bad place. We all were for a long time.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Were you wanting to hit me?
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. Honey, we're fine.
Good.
Are you tweeting?
Yeah, I tweeted a little.
Is it about me again?
I don't know, Jack.
How would you not know?
We'll talk about it in the car.
We will obviously continue to see Dr. Davis after this intervention.
Oh, big time.
Thank you for coming, Jack and Annie.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah. Alex, I think you should kiss Katie.
What?
I'm just kidding, that would be crazy. What I am going to have you do, Katie, is stand up. This is an exercise where Diane and Alex will look you over with great scrutiny and list all your flaws. It is a proven marriage saver.
No, we don't have to do any exercises. I came here with something specific to say, so I'll just say it now. I have no plans to forgive you, Alex. I know that's the point of an intervention. Wipe the slate clean. Everyone forgives everyone as long as they promise to get better together, but you don't deserve that. And honestly, I don't deserve it either. I don't think anybody here should just get to cry a little bit and walk away guilt-free.
This is not helping language. Did you even read the workbook?
I do not forgive you for cheating on your wife, or pretending to care about me, or any of the other lies you told. I don't want anything to do with you, and I'm going to do my best to never see you again, but I need you to remember that I don't forgive you.
I'm sorry.
Diane, you're cool.
Thank you.
Okay, send my thing. I'm gonna go. Can you cancel my appointment tomorrow? I really don't want to be a part of this anymore.
It's less than 24 hours before the appointment. You will be charged.
See you tomorrow.
So you have an exercise for us, or
No, we're done.
what? Come on.
You still haven't accepted you need help. You spent the entire time arguing any point that was made, and you're still barely even listening. You still just hear what you want to.
So that's it?
Yes,
That's it?
my sister's coming to pick me up. I'm going to go wait for her.
Wait, this is so sudden.
It's not.
So it ended, and we stopped pretending. I stopped pretending ever. Just tried my best to start over, focus on myself. Even the ugly parts. Especially the ugly parts. I basically lost all of my relationships with other people, which was okay because I was not good with other people. I hadn't been good to people in a long time. So I just keep my head down, move forward, try to learn things about myself. Doesn't matter as long as they're real. It had to be real. No more faking it. And every once in a while, I feel the real thing. For a minute, here or there, I actually enjoy something. Isn't that cool? Just to relax and not worry about anything. Just let yourself in and actually enjoy it.
I went dancing with a girl the other day, had a wooden leg, and I spun her the wrong direction, and she got taller.
Thank you.